It's burning up in the ATL. You are watching and listening to Growing Up Hip Hop After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV Network.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
This got like a beachy feel to it. I like it.
I know, like summertime.
We ready for summer. It's hot in ATL, but it's hot in LA.
It's burning up in LA. Lord. What's up, everybody? It is Howard here with Byron.
Hey.
It's just us two holding it down on the Growing Up Hip Hop After Show right here for AfterBuzz TV Network. So in tonight's episode, we're talking about Bow and Deb and how they go over that crazy surveillance tape. Tammy wants to feel sexy, and Ayana is putting her fashion on the back burner. Plus, we have our Glowing Up fashion, news and gossip, and just so much more. But before we get into this, Byron, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, y'all. What's up, y'all? It's Hero from the 90s, Byron K. It's good to be here. Unfortunately, we're missing a couple people, but you know, we're going to bring some of that. We're going to interact with y'all. That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do. It's just the guys holding it down tonight. So, overall thoughts, Byron, on Season 3, Episode 2, Sex, Lies, and Surveillance Tape.
Man, there was a lot of surprises in this episode. Like, first of all, I knew Drea Kelly could move like that, but I didn't know she could move like that. And then Miss Deb and Brandon, that definitely shocked me.
Right? I was like, wow. Like, I don't know. I'm still, like, shocked by it. So, we're going to get into that a little bit later. But my overall thoughts were just, like, it was a little bit all over the place, but it still told a story of tonight's episode.
Yeah, they do a good job with that.
Yeah, like, somehow it still kind of connects and comes back to one.
Yeah. I like how, when it first started, of course, with the Bow Wow situation with Kiyomi. He doesn't even mention her name. He say, my ex. Right. And they're talking about their situation. And, like, just going back to the story thing, it kind of transitioned because at the end of the conversation, like, oh, well, R. Kelly didn't get all this. And then it went straight to the Drea Kelly thing. So they flowed that thing.
They flowed it. I was a little lost still, but they flowed. But let's get into it. So speaking of the Bow Wow and Miss Deb thing, I mean, let's talk about that, how they met up for lunch, which I already thought was kind of weird. I was like, why are they meeting up for lunch? But, you know, everybody has to film together. So here they are, Bow Wow and Deb meet up for lunch to talk about the surveillance tape. Pretty much Deb was like, why don't you watch this tape with me? Bow Wow was still sticking by how he never touched her, but he was just very aggressive towards Kiyomi and just very kind of manhandling her a little bit. And Deb was like, listen, like, you need to relax. You need to calm down. You need to see what you're doing in this tape. Like, trying to talk some sense into him. Yeah,
she's basically saying that he is at fault, which I agree with. So the thing I noticed about Bow Wow is he was deflecting the whole time. It's like he couldn't like be a big dog and just own up to the situation. He was just deflecting like, oh, she should have done this. She should have. But at some point, he needs to be the bigger man and actually just own up. And to me, whether he was right or wrong, the escalation was still his point. I mean, it was still his fault. The fact that it escalated to where it was, he could have stopped it. And he keeps saying, "Oh, she should have done this. She should have." But it's like, Bow Wow, when are you going to be a big dog and do what you're supposed to do?
Exactly. Step up and be like, you should have never really gotten her face to begin with, because you can see in the video, like, she's just relaxed, calm, and he's the one trying to get the keys. He's like,
there was aggression.
Yes.
And even then, as he was watching the video, he's trying to deny what he's doing. He's like, "Oh, those are my keys," and then Deb's like, "Well, we don't know that. All we see is the aggression."
Exactly. And he taking off his jacket, and he like, well, I can't get hot. I can't take off my jacket. Like, Bow, calm down. We know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
It's sad because I want to wish the best for him, and I want to think the highest thought for him, but it's like he's not putting himself in the very good light right now. And it's like, I definitely see some guilt. And I think that's why he's kind of like a dog with his tail between his legs trying to like deflect the whole time.
Right? I don't know what it is with Bow. Like, we're still trying to figure him out. We also saw that his lawyer came and talked to him and spoke to him and said, listen, like, at least your trial, your court date has been pushed back. You don't have to go to court right now, but you need to lay low. You can't really talk to her. Maybe try to stay out of trouble, which we kind of see even at BT's party. Like, he still had his girls around him, still walked in with a crew around him, was pretty much going to curse out Kiyomi's friend. And, like, he's... I don't think he's taking any of this seriously.
He's not. He's making himself look worse. And here's my thing, though. So I'm wondering, so is he really just denial of what he's doing, or is he just trying to make good TV? Because I feel like there's a fine line. Obviously, they want the best show and they want it to be like a drama filled, like a nail biter type of thing. But like, this is real life.
Right.
Like, he could be facing like real jail time. This is a real case in his real life. Like, forget the TV cameras. This is like a real life situation. And we make jokes of it because of social media and the climate of how everything now is entertainment. Even people's like own detriment and their own self-destruction, that's entertainment nowadays. But still, it's like, how far will you go for good TV? Or is this a Bow Wow challenge, a hashtag Bow Wow challenge? We don't know, man.
Might be a challenge.
We never know about Bow Wow because he's full of charades and shenanigans. Like, we don't know when to take him serious.
That's very true, though. Like, in recent like things happening, it's like, do we take you serious? Do we not take you serious? He said he wanted to change. He put on his social media that, you know, he's trying to figure out how to grow up, how to be an adult, but I guess he's still not getting it.
And this is weird. So I think even with that was kind of him putting it very lightly, because I feel like Bow Wow's been through some very dark time. We've seen publicly he's been through some dark times.
Exactly.
So this thing is like, oh, I'm so scared of this. I'm scared of commitment. When am I going to grow up and like finally like be a man to like a woman and all that kind of stuff? It's like, bruh, like you got worse stuff going on. Like we all have, a lot of people have like commitment issues. I think that's the least of your issue. There's like underlying stuff. I feel like to an extent he has little man syndrome, to an extent, because he has to like always like puff himself up or like control the narrative in some way. Like he can't just like be cool. He always like overshoots the target. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, you Bow Wow. You are Bow Wow. Like, the Bow Wow that headlined the Scream Tour. The one that, like, you've been in the game for, 10, 15 plus years. You was a part of the original Dog Pound with Daz and Corrupt. Like, Snoop, you was raised by Snoop and Jermaine Dupri. You was in Like Mike. You have all these accolades, like, #1 records, #1 albums. And the thing is, you don't even have to work no more. He's had TV shows, movies. Like, he's had one of the best careers you could have in entertainment. So why do you have to resort to this?
I mean, you never know. I guess what he's going through is so much deeper and so much like darker. Everything else kind of just fades to the dark.
Well,
like
I still chalk it up as like, and this is where I give him some leeway, is the fact that he's never had a true legit childhood. So I think he's living through that now, like similar to like people like Soulja Boy. Like I think they haven't had a true childhood, and even Lil Wayne to an extent. Like he grew up in the game, so that's why as he's getting older, you're seeing him like with the, not saying that skinny jeans are bad, but the colorful prints and like skateboarding, and like he's living out his childhood now. So I think that's what they're doing. Like people like Wayne and Soulja Boy and now Bow Wow, they're kind of still living their childhood because they were forced to grow up in a way so soon, because they were always around adults. They were always around older women and things like that. Right. So now it's like they don't know how to grow up the right way.
That's true.
It's weird, man. But I do like how Bow Wow's lawyer said that for other people, the situation will be a little bit different, but your fame has a lot to do with it. You have a lot of eyes on you. And it just takes me back to the classic phrase, more money, more problems.
More money, more problems. More money, more problems.
And you know who we don't want any problems with? It's you guys, our fans. So before we go any further, we just want to make sure that we let you in on a few things. First of all, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up. Please leave us a comment. We read those. Also, if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating. We won't accept anything less. And please, again, leave us a comment. We do read those. We shout y'all out. And being a part of AfterBuzz is so dope because we get to work and get better while we work, and we can continue bringing y'all just this heat every single week. So once again, thank y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep bringing that fire.
Yes, keep on bringing it. Now, somebody who was bringing that fire was Deb. She wanted people to know, like, she is standing by Brandon, pretty much, who we found out tonight. Brandon's not even her actual son, which I never knew. It's her godson, or, you know, just somebody she took in to help out. And she got a chance to talk it up with him, who I still don't understand why Brandon is going to firefighter school.
She was laughing at that man.
I mean, I feel like we're all kind of just laughing. Like, we just can't take him serious.
It's just the way she painted that picture. Like, I can't see you riding around in a truck, in a fire truck, just to go save somebody's life, to run into a burning building. And, like, I just started picturing him with the hat on and everything, and him, like, honking the horn and everything, and him jumping out and getting the getting the holes and everything.
I mean, Brandon, do what you gotta do. You know, this is something you want to do. Go ahead, but it's just, we're taken back by it.
He just wants to make a difference in the world, Howard. That should be okay.
I guess, but if Deb ain't taking you serious, I don't know how you expect us to take you serious.
She said she would pee her pants, bro. He tried to disinvite her from his final test. She said, "Oh no, we gotta go."
I know, gotta see that.
He said, "Y'all gonna be the only ones laughing at me."
Poor Brandon. I mean, to you, Brandon, but they got a chance to talk it up, and how Brandon's still not talking to Ayana, and it's just like they are not seeing eye to eye. I mean, Deb was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try and talk to her, try to see how she's feeling." So she went over to Ayana's house. And, was just trying to get a feel for her, but Ayana wasn't having it. And then, so Deb said, okay, she's done with that. But then she also talked to Tammy about the whole situation. And that's when we found out where Tammy laid it on thick. Like, you never met Brandon's parents. You never met Brandon's family members.
2 red flags.
2 red flags. And then you don't really kind of know too much about Brandon.
Another
Brandon
red flag.
Lived with her for 4 years or over 4 years, but she doesn't really know. He kind of just popped up, which I really want to know the backstory of how they even met.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy. Like, she literally let a stranger live with her for 4 years in the place of, like, her other kids. She has other kids.
Right.
And it's funny because I think it actually foreshadows future events, because Tammy said she should do her research because she doesn't know his family members or really his background. She lived with a stranger. And then Tammy also said eventually the truth always comes out. You can only pretend for so long. And as soon as she said that, I felt like just this creepiness like creep up my back or something. Like, you really let a stranger live with you. And then going back to the preview episode from last week, Waka is gonna get into it with Brandon. He's gonna try to fight him. So at first I thought that he was her I thought that Brandon was Deb's straight up son. So I'm thinking like, okay, like that's a little, it's a little aggressive from Waka, but it's some sibling stuff, it's some family stuff. But now I feel like there could be more layers to it. There's more depth to it.
Exactly. Especially when Tammy said that Brandon was staying in the room where Deb's son had passed away. So, and he moved in so quickly that the families didn't even get a chance to really grieve.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's weird when Tammy's worried about you, because Tammy don't really be worried about nothing. And Tammy, she can hold her own, and she's like, she's good. But like for her to be like, nah, you put all of us in danger, like that say something right there.
Yeah.
Because she's with Waka, and she's like, you put us in danger. That's cray. I don't know, man. It makes me kind of look at Brandon a little bit different, because now I'm looking at him with the side eye like, bro, what are you all about?
Exactly.
Because all I know is from the time that I started watching the show, like, he has been having issues with people. He had issues with Deb herself.
Exactly.
The woman who she lived with for 4 years, right? And then he has issues with Ayana. 2 of the most unproblematic people on this whole show, he had issues with.
Just a mess. But then they said that Ayana is Brandon's cousin, so I'm like, are they related? Does Deb somehow know? I know she spoke to Brandon's mom on the phone, but they never actually really met. So I'm like, well, why hasn't Ayana told Deb some stuff? Or are they just play cousins? Or because I know Ayana calls Deb auntie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if there's a family dynamic, or at least close enough to play cousins.
But Deb could be one of those, like, just industry aunties, kind of how, like, people call Snoop Uncle Snoop.
True.
So it could be that type of thing. But hey, if y'all know more, please leave us comments. Let us know how that relationship works with Ayana and Deb and Brandon, because this is a whole cluster F.
And Ayana, if you watching, girl, because you know you was on the show before, come on back, because we got some more questions.
We got them questions for you.
She was definitely on our show last season, so you got to come back.
One thing about Ayana, she's always on point for the camera.
She is.
She's always on point. Out of everybody, she's one of those ones where, like, you never gonna catch her slipping on this show. I'm starting to think that you just walk around just on point with the eyebrows on fleek, the hair always laid, the outfit always on point. But I ain't mad at you.
We ain't mad at you. And we're gonna talk about you some more later on in the show. But let's talk about how Tammy wants to feel sexy real quick. Because here she is going to her dance class, on Andrea Kelly, and she's trying to feel sexy for her new song, but she's just not in it. She's gaining a little weight, she said, so she's kind of uncomfortable. I'm just hoping Tammy finds her sexiness because she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
She looked good.
Yeah,
So
I like that
girl,
wine she did. When Drea taught her how to do that wine, Tammy did that. It's like she did it before. Mm-hmm. It's like she did it before, and I like how Drea said when he pulls out the chair for you, just gotta hit that quick corkscrew on him. Okay. She's like, in public, in front of everybody. Like, yeah, in public, in front of everybody. And I think Waka, like, he would like that.
He definitely would like that.
He would definitely like that.
Because, he was loving her when they met up for lunch. He was just like, dang, you look good. I'm like, look at y'all.
Oh, yeah, she been killing the game. But
sure
real
has.
quick, I just want to make another comment on Drea. Like when I said earlier, I didn't know she could kill it like that. She really, really, really killed it. And I was this close to giving her my glowing up fashion. You'll see who got it. But I was this close to giving it to Drea because she was doing her thing. And she looks so youthful.
Yes.
Like, she looks so youthful. Like, you can tell she's in, like, a good place in her life.
Yeah. I was like, Drea, you are killing it. Like, she just looks happy now.
Yeah.
I mean, she did have to go through that whole storm, but after the storm,
that's when the rainbow comes out.
Exactly. So kudos to you, Drea, and helping Tammy feel all nice and sexy and stuff like that. Yeah. And she has to be getting her sexy on because Walker's retired. So she's got to be out there, hustling and bustling, but that's something she wants to do.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I like how Drea and Tammy discussed being lost, quote unquote, lost in a relationship. Because I think that's one thing that women do. They take on that extra burden of kind of pushing everything that they have to the side and just being supportive to their men, which we really appreciate. But I think somebody like Waka, who's like a stand-up dude, especially now, because Waka's definitely grown a lot. So let me say that first. Waka has grown a lot.
Yeah.
So now in the space that Waka's at, you need to just be you because he's going to support you regardless. And I think any decent man is going to support you if you have your own goals and dreams. And if not, then maybe you should kind of check on your relationship and see if you're getting the same thing out of that you're putting in. Because I believe any healthy relationship, there should be deposits as opposed to just withdrawals. If you have somebody who's just making withdrawals from you in a relationship and no deposits, then all they're doing is just taking and they're not really giving. So you need somebody who can give. So I like how Tammy's doing her thing. And like I said, Waka's grown a lot. And she said that he's really supporting her and he's fighting for her. So why not fight for the relationship?
Exactly.
So I like where they're at right now. They just renewed their vows. They've been doing their thing. They happy.
Yeah, they are. And I'm glad that they're happy and just in this whole new space. I love that they're going to try for a baby, even though Walker wants twins, Gemini twins. But Tammy's like, nah, we only get one child and that's it. That'd be something if they did have twins, though.
It would be. Man, what would their names be?
And she said Scooby and Doo.
Oh no!
Even though they be playing, but
we don't need no more kids with dog names. No more. No more.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be something nice, something cute, like how Mariah did Rock and Roll. Mariah's kids are Morocco and Monroe, but they call them Rock and Roll.
That's kind of dope, actually.
That's kind of cool.
I just think that Tammy should name the kids. That's all. I like how she said, you can't tell God how many kids to give us. And then Walker's like, yes, you can. We can pray for stuff like that. Okay. And actually, no, y'all rich. Y'all can actually get some stuff done. You could tell your doctor what you want to do, and your doctor can make it happen. Ain't that what Mariah did? Mariah did that.
Yeah, Mariah did that.
She's like, I want
IVF.
twins. And they gave her twins.
Exactly.
You got
she
the
had
pool.
two and she was done.
Yeah, you got the pool. You can do it.
Go ahead, Tammy. Feel on sexy girl. Feel on sexy with your tired man.
Oh, just a side note, though. I do think that at some point, every woman should kind of look into sexercise classes because that's dope. It kind of anything to make you feel confident in yourself. So that's really what it's for. Just to make you feel confident and get in shape while you do it too. So I know a lot of women don't like to work out. So there's things like sexercise and twerk out classes where you can kind of feel sexy, get loose, and it's a room full of other women, so there's no creepy men. So I think it's something healthy for a lot of women. Some choose hot yoga, so there's a bunch of different options. But sexercise, add that to the list.
Add it to your list, ladies. One thing we did add to the list was a new cast member on tonight's episode. We were introduced to Remarkable, Eazy-E's daughter, who grew up in Atlanta, which most people didn't even know. And then she told her story when she had an interview with BT, I believe, at the radio station. And she told us how she came from pretty much nothing, how she was homeless and she was in and out of the foster care system. And she was just running around Atlanta, went to high school in Atlanta, and she's out here trying to make a name for herself. She calls herself the Queen of the South.
Oh, I like how BT said, you can call yourself whatever you want, but at some point you got to prove that.
Exactly, because you're a new artist. I mean, she's a rapper, singer.
And apparently she was late.
Oh, very
new
late.
artist that was late. That's not a good sign.
Not a good
combo.
sign. Exactly. Well, maybe she got the wrong time. Maybe BT was like, be here at 6, and she was supposed to be there, I don't know, at 4.
I don't know.
No.
Man. That's weird. Like, don't be late. First of all, don't be late to anything that's industry based. And like BT, kudos to BT. He just signed that new deal, that new contract with 94 point
Like 94.7 or something
Beats.
streets.
Man, hey, congrats BT, because he's now like kind of the voice of Atlanta. So that's dope. And I think he's actually becoming a star on the show right now. We're gonna definitely see a lot of him this season.
Definitely. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be, if not already a part of the cast, like a main member.
So with that said, don't be late to a BT interview. That's not a good look.
Not a good look at all.
Hey.
But she looks like she's holding her own. I mean, she met Bow Wow. BT said he's going to have this party to celebrate him signing this new contract. But if Remarkable's going to come, she got to bring her homegirls. And she did. She met Bow Wow before, brought 2 of her girls, then went to the party and brought some more girls. So she knows what's up. She been in a relationship with her man, though. So if y'all looking for
10 years.
10 years.
And she said they ain't married. They damn near married.
Okay.
10 years. That's like you're legally allowed to
common
claim,
law.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Whew.
Do you, girl? But she said she was on and off with him, and she needs love from him, and he needs love from her. But in the industry that they live, it's tough.
She said that she ain't got time. What does he do? Do you know?
I don't know.
I wonder if he's in the industry. Please look it up. Let us know like what Remarkable's other half does, because we curious. Because I think when you're somebody like her, especially like Eazy-E's daughter, and you got like a certain type of background, you need somebody who either A, can like relate, or somebody who's in a similar industry. You know what I'm saying? So they understand that you don't have as much time.
Right. And I wonder if she talks to Eric, because Eric is her her brother from Growing Up Hip Hop LA.
Yeah.
And he's never really mentioned her.
Nah.
I haven't heard anything of her, so I wonder if they're even in communication, if they talk, and I've been wondering if they talk to the other sister who was in New York from the Sweet 16 from MTV.
They all getting TV time.
Right?
Dang,
I
watch
don't
out,
know.
ZZ, son.
But I wonder, I mean, it's maybe they're like, because she came along towards the end, because she was only, I think, 6 months when Eazy-E passed away.
Yeah.
So she was a baby, so she doesn't really remember too much. So maybe they didn't really keep in contact. Is that why she was in and out of the system? Like, what's the whole backstory there?
Yeah.
I wonder.
And I want to hear some of her music too.
Yeah.
I really want to see like what she sounds like, because it's weird. When she was in the interview, I couldn't get a good read on her. Like I didn't know like what her angle was. Like I understand her background and everything, but I didn't understand how she wants to be viewed as an artist.
Right.
I didn't really get a real good, genuine sense of her energy that she had. Because, and then on top of that, she just seemed like she looked different in every scene. Like every shot, she looked a little bit different to me.
She did.
Like, she didn't have a consistent look. The only thing consistent was the red hair. But like in the radio station, she looked a little bit different than in the confessional room. And that was different than when she met up with BT and Bow Wow. So I couldn't get a good read on her.
Yeah. I wonder. Maybe we'll like figure it out later on in the season and just see what she's really about.
Maybe we'll see more. She actually, now that I think about it, she kind of reminds me of Brianna from last season. Kind of like neither here nor there.
I can see that.
I'm not sure, man. I don't even know from seeing that how much we're going to see her in the season. Like, of course, they're going to try to work her in, but I don't know if she's going to be like one of those stars of this season.
Yeah, I don't know if she will.
You see, they didn't bring Brianna back.
I know. Well, Brianna's LA.
True.
So we don't know. She might be back.
She might.
Well, I know we haven't seen Mazika just yet, and
No.
I actually liked Mazika on the show.
I love Mazika.
So maybe she'll pop up towards the end of the season, but I haven't heard anything about her being back.
I think for Masika to pop up, it got to be some beef somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't see nobody beefing.
And I don't see nothing with Johnny either. Johnny Blaze.
I think she's out of there.
I think she might be done.
She caused too much damage to the set, I guess.
Too much.
Broke too many cameras. threw too many chairs.
Right.
Maybe if she was Bow Wow, she could have got away with it because he's a producer. But nah, she ain't a producer, so she can't be throwing chairs and breaking cameras.
But shout out to Johnny. I know she's
Shout
out
out
here
to
for
Johnny.
BET Weekend.
Ooh.
I seen her at the club. Hey, girl.
Oh, what it does.
But yeah, I'm interested to see about Remarkable and how remarkable she is. I'm also interested to see about Ayana and why she put her fashion on the back burner. Because when we saw her last season, she was getting her fashion show all together. You know, she was in that hot place. It was sweating. Everybody was about to fall out. But she had her looks together. She had Kaomi walking. But now when she met up with everybody, well, her dad and Auntie Deb at Amy's house, her and Amy's house, she said she's putting it on the back burner. She's not doing it right now. She's trying to revamp the look.
Yeah, she said she ain't know what she was doing. She's trying to figure out how the game really works.
Which is what her dad said. Her dad said that.
I do get it. I don't know, man. I feel like it's good that she at least went for it at first, so that it gave her like some type of experience. Because the best life teacher is definitely experience, man. So she definitely went to the school of experience. So now she has to use the experience she gained and like jump back in it. Because like I don't want her to just leave. You know how sometimes you pick up something and you're passionate at first, but then it don't work out the way you want it to. So you drop it forever, or you drop it for a while and then try to pick it up, and then you're just not into it no more.
That's true.
I hope she don't do that, Ayana. I hope the passion is still there, and I hope that you pick it back up, because you had a lot of fire last year. I mean, last season, like it was some momentum behind it. She had people walking. It was dope. She had a crowd that came out and checked it out. The clothes looked good, especially on Kaomi. So I would like to see it resurge.
Me too. I think she, has a nick for it. It was a good talent. Like, she can always, like she's saying, she's rebramping it. I know when she spoke to us last time, she wanted to add accessories. Yeah. So
she was working hard. Like I remember last season, she was just working hard. She's like, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. Like she started off the season as one of like the hardest working people on the cast. Like every time you saw her, she's like getting ready for this show. She's doing that. She's calling this shot. She's in the room. Like, why doesn't the air conditioner work? We got to get this fixed. She was bossing. She went from a boss to a housewife.
I mean, she sure did. I mean, she's like, I am proud to be a housewife. Amy pays all the bills. Ayana does the laundry, the grocery shopping, but Amy is the main bill person, and she lets she lets you know up front. She let her dad know up front. Amy's paying this bill, so I don't know.
That's dope, but that's a tricky situation.
It's tricky when she's paying everything, just in case if something were to happen.
Yeah, and I think DJ Hurricane is just being tolerant. I don't think he's happy about it. I think he's just tolerant, because it's like, this is my daughter. You're going to do what you want to do, and it's like you're going to figure it out. It's like he let her figure out the clothing line. He's going to let her figure this out, too. But I like how he still comes around and makes his presence still known and felt and everything. And Miss Deb came and showed support, even though they was low-key, like, sliding some jokes in on her, too.
I mean, they were. Poor girl.
What they say, any, mini, miny, mo, pick a hobby by the toe?
Because now she's doing YouTube, and she's doing makeup, she's doing beauty. I mean, she's figuring herself out.
That's what I just said. She's trying to figure out her life. So is she going to be like a beauty influencer or what? Yeah. Please stick to it, man. Like, all right, I'm going to tell you this. YouTube takes a lot of time, lot of dedication, and you have to be uploading videos very frequently. So please just stick with it, man. Don't upload a video every 2 months. It ain't gonna work for you.
No. It's going to be too tough.
And maybe you can integrate YouTube with your clothing line. So do the clothing line, and then like maybe do some YouTube BTS footage, or like how the design process, or how you do it. Let people in on that. You can kind of put two of your hobbies and passions together.
Exactly.
So,
Well, look at you with the ideas. Hopefully
she funnel it.
Google
that word, funnel. Funnel. That's a business word, funnel.
Oh, thank you. Funnel. But I'm interested to see what she's going to do. I'm interested how Amy's going to play out in this whole thing. Maybe she can have Amy help out with her beauty empire and how she's trying to build that. But
Amy seems like the money person, where Amy's going to be the person that DJ Hurricane wasn't, where it's like, oh, I need money for this. All right, cool. She's going to just be behind the scenes just paying all the money.
I don't see that for Amy. Amy looks like, I'll give you a few dollars. Yeah. Do what you want.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think she's going to splurge on her, but I think she's going to be if Ayana's going to get money, period, it's going to be from Amy.
I mean, true. Yeah.
But I just hope that Amy don't get like worn out and like just start like finding other people to spend money on. You know what I'm saying? Because she is just. See, the housewife is good, but after a while, it's like you want something else. So it's like, got to offer a little bit more. Not that that's not good what she's offering, but it's like at some point you got to, move forward. Trajectory.
Trajectory. But we also saw that Deb spoke to Ayana while they were at the house, and spoke about her and Brandon. And Ayana's like, listen, Brandon told all my business. He pretty much put me on Front Street. I'm not talking to him at the moment. I don't want to speak to him. And that just kind of pretty much carried over. So who knows if they'll ever be able to make up there. Hopefully they can. They were pretty close, but...
Let me ask, does Ayana seem like the type of person that would hold a grudge?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was wondering like how serious it is. Because I'm thinking like for her to really just not even want to be bothered with you, like you must have done something to it for real.
Exactly. And especially if she told, you know, her deepest, darkest stuff to him and only him, and then you hear it before, like hear it out on the streets. It's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I know for a fact I only told you. Why is it coming back to Amy? Or why is it, you know, somebody else is telling me something? Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty messed up.
That's kind of weird, man. Then you're going to be a firefighter, too. You can't be, like, running out the house, out of a burning house with a body in your hand telling everybody, oh, I just saved this body. You can't be doing that. You can't be telling people's business. People don't want people to know that they was just burnt up in the building. So, you know,
Exactly.
you gotta practice with these small issues first.
Practice with the baby ones. Just like Bow Wow needs to practice with the baby ones. Because at the party, finally we get to BT's party, and he's just drinking and having a good time. I mean, we also see this woman that's this redheaded girl who's Kaomi's friend.
I don't trust her.
She whispers in Bow Wow's ear like, Kaomi's my friend. That's my homegirl. I'm so sad about what y'all going through. And Bow Wow's like, I don't even want to talk to you about this. And then he pretty much just says, F that B.
See, he should have just left it at the first thing.
He should have.
Then he escalated it once again and took it there. It's like he said, I'm not going to disrespect this girl.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's disrespecting Kaomi.
And he's like, just
On camera.
F her. On camera.
Like, I get his point, like, F that B, like, I ain't messing with it, but it's like, bro, you could have chose different words. You could have just told old girl, get out your section, be like, look, bro, if you're going to talk about her, don't talk to me. Go talk to her. Go talk to your friend.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He did try to, like, dead it right then and there and was like, nah, it's okay. We partying. But she did keep on asking to the point where he was just like, nah, F her. She put charges on me. F her. Like, woo, okay.
Yeah, man. Tell us how you really feel, Bow Wow.
All right. Drink your bottles.
I don't know, man. I think that we're going to be in for a little surprise, though.
Wondering who that woman was walking up towards the end. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to touch on, Byron? Or are you all good?
Yeah, since we're talking about Bow Wow, man, I will say that he has a lot of women around him. When you pay attention, like his mom, Miss Deb, Ayana, like all these women around him, he should have knew better.
He really should have.
He should have knew better. If you're raised by women, you're surrounded by women, you should know how to be around women and how to treat women. And I know he said today, but we treat our ladies nice. We feed them all that, but it's like, come on, bro. You should know how to handle altercations when it comes to women, because that's mostly what he's been around his whole life.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I think that he should have been more mature. He should have been more responsible in the situation. It's sad that, like, it's his real life, but, like, how sad could it really be if he don't seem too upset about it? He seems like he's happy-go-lucky, like, oh, it'll fade. And I didn't like the comment he made. Like, it's like a gnat that you got to swat, and then it comes back. That's like a bad choice of words.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Bad choice of words.
It's
like a little gnat that you got to swat. I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely believe that he's guilty. Not necessarily of abusing or anything, but I feel like he's a guilty party, if not the guilty party. No matter what she did to him, I think that the escalation is his fault. And the saddest thing is, I don't think this is the first time that there's been an altercation between them.
No, and she actually did an interview, and she said that that this wasn't the first time that they've gotten to a physical altercation. That they used to do this all the time in the past. So maybe they just thought it was another night. I don't know.
Listen,
but they've done this before.
Kaomi, if you want somebody who's going to understand and treat you right, I'm here for you. It's okay.
Shoot your shot all 2019, y'all.
I just care about Kaomi, and I think that it's kind of unfair. I think it's unfair to both sides, but I think it just got blown out of proportion.
Very true. But shoot your shot. It's summertime. Go ahead, Byron. Summertime love. So shoot it all.
She'll probably be a BET weekend. Oh my God. There's a chance. There's a chance.
She might be out here. If you're out here, girl, come and sit on the couch. Definitely.
Yeah, come talk to us. Like, real talk. We're here. We're here. We definitely want to hear your side. I think that you should get your side out. Because definitely, like, when it comes to this show, you're not going to win when it comes to that, because, like, you're not in the producer credits and stuff. So it's kind of sad that it's kind of set up against her in a way.
Right.
So it's like, I believe there's two sides. Well, they say there's three sides to every side. They say it's my side, your side, and the truth. So I just want to know the truth. We all want to just know the truth.
We all want to know. One thing we all want to know also is our glowing up fashion. I know you guys want to know who we're picking for our glowing up fashion tonight. It's where we choose who may have looked the flyest tonight, makeup, hair, or even vibes. So, Byron, who did you pick?
I definitely picked Tammy. She killed it the whole episode. I love the little the rotation that she did in the beginning, the new move that she learned, the turnpike thing. And then as far as her fashion, man, she killed the game. She had that blue, it looked like it was maybe a jean type of blazer or something. Or some type of denim or something up in there, fleece mixed with it or something. She killed the game. She had the nice, beautiful sunglasses. It's up on the screen right now. If you're listening, then you watched the episode. You saw she had the whole blue thing going on, and Waka was giving her that look like, man, you are a whole snack, and a snack she was. So kudos to her, and I definitely give my glowing up fashion to Miss Tammy Rivera.
Yes, Tammy. I think I'm gonna give my glowing up fashion to Amy and Ayana at the club. They just do it so nice in that all black. It's just a couples thing. Amy with the dreads, keeping it cool, keeping it fun, and then Ayana with her cute little black dress. I was like, okay, girl, you doing it. So they're just a nice little couple to me. I like them together.
Yeah, they seem cool.
For sure.
I hope they last. I hope they make each other happy, and I hope that they help Ayana get her clothing line going for real, in a real way. Exactly.
Well, let's move on to a little bit of news and gossip. So the first photo that we have on the screen is before I even knew that we were going to be introduced to Eazy-E's daughter. I was going to let you guys know she was coming on as a new member. Her name, of course, like we talked about earlier, was Remarkable. They have a photo on our screen of her side by side by Eazy-E in the studio where they look just alike. They both have on these dark sunglasses. Remarkable has her signature red hair that we're going to get into. And it's just like, wow, it's just... I'm pretty sure Eazy-E's looking down like my kids are at least, following in my footsteps. Yeah. They're doing wonderful things. I feel like he's just proud,
I think he would be.
I think he would be too. And so it talks about her role is she's also going to be trying to get in Miss Deb's artist boot camp. We saw that on the last episode, how Miss Deb was trying to put together this artist boot camp with Andrea Kelly.
That's dope.
Then Tammy's supposed to help out. And then Remarkable is supposed to somehow be in that. So
you know what? I love that because it's like Deb is bringing back artist development, which we actually need in this industry where everything is so microwavable and people don't really get real training. They just throw some stuff up on SoundCloud and it works. Like artist development was actually like we can do without a lot of other things that were in the music industry and these horrible 360 deals and like the manipulation of artists and money. We can do without that. But the artist development aspect, thank God for that. Thank God for you, Miss Deb.
Thank God for you, Miss Deb. And then I got some screen grabs from Bow Wow's social media account and how he wants to let people know that he is not a bank. Stop asking him for money. He posted on his Insta story, I'm not Chase. Oh, he said, I am not Chase, Bank of America, nor Wells Fargo. Stop asking me for money in my DMs. I have nothing for no one. Work harder or go get a better job. Now enjoy your day. I say this with a smile. The answer is no, no, no.
Okay, so did he ever respond to 50?
He did respond to 50, and he said he had money, he had girls, he had movies before 50. He did this whole video in the studio.
So he had money.
Where he was throwing out money.
He had money, he had movies, he had girls, but as of right now, he ain't got no money for nobody.
He ain't got no money for nobody, no family members.
Okay.
And then he followed that up and said, unless you are my daughter, mom, or my girl, don't effing text me, call me, asking me SH, leave me alone, I am working. If no one, he said, if one more person asks me for something, I'm cutting you the F off. I'm not a bank. How am I supposed to grow and you mother effers keep asking me for SH? The answer is no.
Hashtag Bow Wow Challenge.
The answer is no. Don't ask him for no money, Byron.
I won't.
He ain't got it.
I won't.
Just like me and Tierra Marie, we ain't got it.
I don't want them problems.
You don't want no problems?
You don't want no problem with me.
Okay. Let's move on to some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions.
Hopefully, there's a prediction of me getting Bow Wow's money. Bow Wow, if you're out here for BT weekend, just loan me a few thou. That's all I need. Just a few.
Just loan me like a quick $600 and I'll be cool with that, man. Got to take care of one of these credit cards.
Well, let me kick it off here for predictions. I think the girl that we see towards the end won't be Kaomi. Hopefully. I know we haven't heard about Mazika coming back, but I think it might be Mazika.
That would be nice. That would be a good plot twist right there.
I can see Mazika just walking, strolling all up in there. If it's not her, then maybe maybe his baby mama, Bow Wow's baby mama.
Okay.
So maybe, but it's either Mazika, Bow Wow's baby mama. I also see he's going to try and shoot his shot with Angela because she's coming back.
Yeah.
His first ex, but Angela's moved on, definitely moved on.
Yeah.
But she's going to probably let him know, listen, I've already moved on. Don't even try it. Or she might even tell him how she's going to be moving to New York because word on the street is growing up hip hop New York, Angela would be there.
And she does drop a bomb on him like during the season. So yeah, and he said that she's the one that got away. Ooh, foreshadowing. Come on now.
What are your predictions, Byron?
Man, like I said earlier, I think BT is really going to become a star on this show. I think this is going to be his breakout season, man. He just signed a new deal. He on. Yeah, word to the baby. So I think this is really his time to shine, man. BT is a star. Like, I definitely want to see more of him, man. It's like there's a certain like type of energy that I'm getting from him that I'm really messing with right now. So kudos to you, BT. I think that he's really going to do his thing. So that's one of my predictions. The other one is that Deb's godson Brandon, we gonna figure out some stuff about him, man. We got this altercation coming up with Waka Flocka. I think that's gonna bring a lot of stuff to the literal table. So we gonna find out about Brandon. That's what I'm the most curious about right now. Is I want to see what Brandon is all about. Like,
Me too.
What like real talk? What is Brandon about?
What is he hiding? What is he keeping away from the world?
And why? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying?
My God. I can't. I'm done with you. Well, let us know your predictions down in our YouTube video below. If you're listening to us on iTunes, definitely give us those 5 stars and let us know your predictions there in the comments. We're also on Spotify, so we don't moved up, so you can listen to us there, all in your car, all at your house, anywhere, because we're on Spotify, baby, and SoundCloud. So look at us popping. I am one of your hosts here, Howard III. You can follow me on all social media at Howard III. I also do a Back to Reality talk on our sister channel, Black Hollywood Live, on Sundays at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hang out with me there. Byron, where can we find you?
What's up, y'all? It's Byron K, otherwise known as Hero from the 90s. You can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. You can find me this weekend, most likely on Saturday at BET Weekend. If you're in LA, pull up. And then after that on Sunday, you can catch me right back here, AfterBuzz TV, 5 p.m. All That is back. It's the all new All That, and I do the after show, so catch me there.
Yes, and you can catch us next Thursday hanging out with y'all. We'll see you then. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.